What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Shabazz.
Boy Natty Baps.
We the BaptisteBros. What's going on? Week 13. It's almost over, man. Regular season almost done, man. It breaks your heart. It breaks your heart. But came and went. Uh, some shocking results happened. You know, chaos happened. I'll briefly talk about my Ravens. How we kind of almost had the perfect bye week, but I take a 79% perfect bye week. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs lost, the
What?
Jags lost,
What?
Dolphins won, unfortunately. But we do play them New Year's Eve, so like we can, if we went out, we can definitely hold control of the 1 seed. So the biggest thing was the Chiefs. I needed the Chiefs to lose. I didn't believe it, but I held on my convictions and it happened. But we'll talk about all that and more. If you're a Giants fan, Tommy DeVito gets to start Monday night against the Packers, so that's gonna be an interesting matchup. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. But Justice Jefferson coming back, like all these things, a lot of things happened like shockingly over the weekend, but that's irrelevant for this topic. Today we're talking about week 13, what happened, who won, how they won, what kind of implications does it have for the playoffs, all that and more. But before that, you gotta drop a like.
What?
You gotta subscribe if you're new. You know what I'm saying?
You got to. For the family. By the familia. By the familia.
It's for family, man. You gotta tell a friend. And we both a little tired. So we're gonna try to hurry this up a little bit. But I gotta do the vocals, man. Mr. No. Let's get right to Thursday night, which actually was like one of the better Thursday night games. Like, if not the best Thursday night, like this was the best one. Like,
Yeah.
a long shot, by an absolute long shot.
I wonder why. We put it on the lock the fucking list and then it shows up, So I mean
Not to say that we called it, but we called it. You know what I'm saying? But
can't call it, I want to spoil it. Hold on.
But honestly, I actually won like a dollar parlay to one. Like I think won like 40 cash. Like awesome, like luck shit, bro.
I won 5 to win 240.
You won?
Yeah.
My man. Like, bro, it was just like basic shit. But like, to be honest with y'all, I went to sleep. I was exhausted. I went to sleep at like the end of the third. And I was like, yo, whatever happens, happens. I don't give a fuck. But I woke up, saw the highlights. I was like, oh, it was going back and forth, back and forth. But concern for Dallas is that they're not scared. I mean, for like if you're Dallas, like if you're playing Dallas, like just don't be scared. Like DeRon Bland was a backup for a reason. Like no shade to him. Like he's been very opportunistic. Think about Trayvon Diggs his rookie year. He had like mad picks, but he also led the league in yards. Like he had like people was like, we're not scared of you. So don't be afraid to attack DeRon Bland. But if he does catch it, he might take that shit back to the crib because he is elusive and all that. But if you're Seattle, you did this against one of the better teams. If top five, a lot of people's top five, my top, I'll say they're my top five teams in the league, not just NFC, but in the league. And you went blow for blow, like you went shot for shot with them, and you almost won. If you didn't throw that late pick I think in the third quarter to DeRon Bland, speaking of the devil, and if your fourth downs, like back-to-back drives, like you had opportunities to keep the drive going, your play calling was shaky, and in that last opportunity, you leave Micah Parsons unblocked. Like, who does that? Who does that? So, like, late game situations killed you guys, but we thought, like, everyone thought, oh, Cowboys about to rout you guys. It's about to be a blowout, but nah, Seattle came, was like, nah, we got blown out by Seattle, by 49ers. We can't go back-to-back like that. So they showed up, and they finally did what they'll give DK the rock. Like, I mean, I was crying for a DK game, and it happened. And now that can be consistent happening. Like they can have a chance. They lost, I think, 3 straight, but they have a chance in this late push. I know they play Philly eventually, and they play San Fran this week.
The Niners next week and the Philly after the next week.
But Hey, other teams lose, like you're right in the playoffs. Like division probably done. You're probably done with the division. All that talk is done. But you need that momentum. So if you can get that momentum that you had offensively and carry it over, hey, Gino was Gino. That was the right him over, right back, Gino. We need more of that. We need more of that. Dallas, good win. Dak in the MVP conversation. We knew this though, but we knew they were going to win eventually. But Dak played well. The whole team played well, honestly. But the defense,
Yeah, this was a weird game because it's like it's a tale of two teams where going in different directions. Seattle got routed on Thanksgiving. You're like, damn, like how the hell are you gonna come back from getting routed by the Niners? Your division rival. And then on top of that as well, the Cowboys riding high. They just smoked the Commanders 45-10 type shit. So it's like you have two teams in different directions, right?
You give me elbows, huh?
What? It was my solo shot, bro. It was my solo shot, bro. I mean, no, you there now. You might as well. You here now. Try to be more professional. Try to be, like too much distraction. You also eating peanut butter M&Ms without sharing with the brother. Like you fake. Where my bag at? You can ship it to my house. You know where I live. Shit tragic. Anyway, point I gotta say, Commanders. I mean, cool. Cowboys smoked the Commanders, so you have two teams in different directions, right? I like again, everyone's like moral victories. But at some point, Seattle was dominating and leading the game. If they had Kenneth Walker and they were able to actually run the ball, because Zach Charbonnet, he's a rookie, he's a good running back now, but he's no Kenneth Walker. He's no bruiser. Case in point, that fourth down call, he ends up getting hurt. So if they have Kenneth Walker, if they have like a thumper that can like take control of the clock and keep the Cowboys offense off the field, because Seattle's defense and Cowboys defense both suffer from the same thing, penalties. They keep getting penalized. Like it's a shame that that's the situation you're dealing with, because if you have two teams whose offenses can score, keep getting you points, and your defense can't stop a nosebleed. With you have a difference maker in Micah Parsons with the Cowboys, right? He doesn't get as many sacks as normal, like T.J. Watt. He gets sacks sometimes, but he's no T.J. Watt, no even Khalil Mack. But getting the pressure in key situations. That last play of the game, why leaving him blocked? Apparently, it was schemed that way. But one of the best defensive players in the league, I ain't gonna say of our lifetime, because that's so disingenuous. Pump the brakes. But the best defensive players now, you gonna leave them unblocked? That you deserve to lose that game. So yeah, 41-35. Now Seattle, which we thought, oh, they're in the playoffs, they're chilling. They're outside looking in. They're like right now, they're out there, they're not in the playoff. And again, you have the Niners and Eagles in back-to-back weeks. Shit gonna get real scary. Your 6-6 could easily turn to 6-8. And for Dallas, now another showdown, another primetime game. They're in the midst of 3 in a row. This is the third straight. They had the Commanders Thanksgiving, Seahawks standalone on Thursday night. Now they're going to have the Philadelphia Eagles coming to Jerry World. 3 straight home games, 3 straight primetime standalone games. Are you going to put on another show, Dak Prescott, and show why you should be MVP? Or another big game, or are you going to just wilt under the pressure? We shall see, and we'll discuss that tomorrow. Now, a game that sucked, I ain't going to cap. I got no much to say about this one. 6-0. 6-0 against the Patriots. Chargers win. Khalil Mack leads the league in sacks, ladies and gentlemen. 15 of them things. Return of the Mac. Word. No real analysis on this game. As much as, again, we can't keep supporting Justin Herbert if you only put up 6 points. But so I got some stats. I got some stats for you, Shebang.
Word. What's your stats, man?
For Patriots fans in the chat, shout out to JR. For the Patriots, they have allowed the fewest points since week 9. with 46. The next is the Niners with 49, ironically. The Dolphins, 62. Ravens, 66. And the Colts, 67. Patriots allowed the fewest points since week 9.
They're 0-4.
They're 0-4. Another stat. This year, when teams are scored, like when your opponent scores 10 or fewer points, they're like 35-2. Other teams. Guess what the Patriots are? 1-3. Like, at the defense. So again, I'm not saying Justin Herbert deserves a pass, anything like that. But Nick Wright said it best. It's like he scores so many points against a team and he loses. Oh, Justin Herbert gotta be better. But he scores 6 points in the win. Oh, Justin Herbert, yes, he knows he has to be better. But he cares about winning. He doesn't give a fuck about your stats. So that's that. So, but Patriots offense is offensive. They will continue to be offensive. And now we have a Thursday night showdown with two offenses that is going to be a shitstorm sandwich waiting to happen. Am I going to watch it? Of course, because I'm an idiot and I hate myself. But Patriots offense is offensive. Caleb Williams, come on down. You're the next contestant for the New England Patriots. Unless or Drake May. Because they need something defining. And last point before I pass it back to you, times is bad in New England when the promos for Thursday Night Football is Bill Belichick. There's nobody else. There's no, the quarterback might suck, but here's Saquon Barkley or Justin Jefferson. No, it's Bill Belichick, or even the defensive guy. The Steelers have TJ Watt as their
Matt Judon would have been, but he got hurt, so
they have nobody. And Ramondre Stevenson got hurt today. In this game. So it's like all around cluster cluck. The Patriots suck. Bars.
Indeed. No real analysis either. One thing though, Austin Eckler washed, bro. He got old quick. And I said it way back, but it's rearing this ugly head because now I'm seeing those takes like Austin Eckler is not helping. The reason why that a lot of like pundits are talking about Austin Eckler or giving him the criticism, another reason why he's not like an all-pro conversation as much touchdowns as he scores, because a lot of these people play fantasy football and they have Austin Eckler on their fantasy team. He's a PPR. Like a lot of people just, if you're a sweat, you do non-PPR. But if you're a casual guy like us, we do PPR. He's a PPR merchant because check downs and all that other shit. So he's a PPR merchant. So he's valued high. But if you actually watch the games, he's not. So they're not giving him that criticism because he's a PPR guy. They see 20 fantasy points a game. He's like, oh my God, he's elite. Though he's never been in an all-pro. Led the league in touchdowns since I think 2020 or whatever. Why has he not been an all-pro? Why he's barely been a Pro Bowler? It's all the pressures on Justin Herbert, but yet, what's the best thing for I guess a rookie quarterback, but a young quarterback is a running game. You tried it with Justin Kelly, that didn't work. So this season, all season, no matter what happens, one of the priorities is obviously Brandon Staley got to go. If it's getting Bill Belichick, because he said he's like it might be a thing, I would love that. Because with the players they got on the defensive side, if you got a mastermind like Bill Belichick, that will make shit work. But then you need a running back. You trade like a Norfolk, not a catcher, not an offensive Kamara or McCaffrey or whatever. You need a pure downhill running back. Change the tempo. You need to slow it down. Austin Eckler is not the guy you could just hand it to and expect him to get 5-6 yards. Nah, he's not. He had 14 carries for 18 yards against the Patriots. Now the Patriots, as you mentioned, natural since week 9 have been basically one of the best, if not the best defense in the league. That's cool. But like, bro, they need RB help. Keenan Allen's going. I think he might fuck around and break Michael Thomas's reception record. He might do it. He might do it. But like, come on, it's hard to root again. It's hard to validate and put your arms around Justin Herbert and the Chargers because we're fans of like we like the powdered blue. We like that they are powered. They have potential, but it's hard to wrap your arms around them because they keep making the same mistakes. So it's tough. It's tough. It's tough. Now, a game that I fucking called, and I was so happy to call. Cardinals win despite 2 weather delays, which never happened before. Like that, like the first one, I was like, okay, it happens. Like if it's like thundering and people were nervous, cool.
No, it's literally required if it's like lightning within like I think 10-mile radius, because there's that many people, you know.
Yeah.
Lightning fuck up and kill people. So as long as it's 10-mile radius, lightning in the area, delay. Like
it happened twice in the same game.
That's the crazy part.
That's why you're like, it never happened before. So despite that, the Cardinals came to play. James Conner was like, "Oh, word, Patriots want." I said Patriots. We're on Patriots. Sorry, Steelers wanted to release me. Word. Now I got something for y'all. Kyler Murray is getting back into form. He's trying to like prove his value, and I keep saying it. And for me, every week he just proves me right. Bum ass Marquise Brown. Bum ass Marquise Brown. Bro. Bum ass Marquise Brown. I didn't watch this game because of Red Zone. Barely had it on. But there was multiple instances. Him and Rondell Moore. Was dropping shit. Easy buckets. They were just dropping it. And I'm like, y'all motherfuckers, his, huh? That should have spanked. But the main question of the day was, can the Steelers be consistent with the 400 yards? No, they cannot. To be fair, little caveat, Kenny Pickett got hurt. But even then, before that, he wasn't doing nothing. He wasn't doing nothing. The play calling was archaic. It was ass. And then once Mitchell Richards was in the game, I was like, yeah, it's GG's. This is a wrap. And now, you mentioned it earlier, it's a shit show on Thursday night. And I'm going for the Patriots. But we'll talk about more of that tomorrow. Because I play in 2K with my older brother. He's a Steelers fan. He was like, yo, why you root for Pittsburgh? Like, all that. I'm playing 2K last night. We were in the game. I was like, let's go Bengals. He's like, oh, why you not rooting for, like, so you root for the Bengals but not for Pittsburgh? I'm like, yeah, because the Bengals is playing the team that I need to lose. Y'all, it's just Pittsburgh. Fuck Pittsburgh. Like, it don't matter. Like, it don't matter, bro. Like, I will always pray for y'all downfall. I don't pray for injuries. We don't do that. But to lose the game, of course. Because fuck Pittsburgh. What? And Baltimore. Come on now. But good win by the Cardinals. Another you know what I'm saying? They not out, technically out, but I think once other teams get to 10 wins, yeah, it's kind of a clip. So maybe this week, maybe next week, but eventually it'll be done. But wait, fight on, Cardinals, fight on.
I got a quick shout out to Trey McBride, man. Rookie or second-year player out of Colorado State, man. He's a tight end, random ass dude. He's like doesn't fit the tight end mold. He's more of like an athletic, like he's a bigger receiver, but they put him at tight end. He's been balling, and he had a ball don't lie moment where they said he caught it, and then like he didn't complete the possession, but he did because he took like 3 steps and a knee, and then the ground caused the fumble, but like he's like, all right, not gonna give me a touchdown, bet. Literally the next play, throw him a touchdown anyway. So ball don't lie. Shout out to him. Shout out to Cardinals, man. They playing upset alert. And I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know if their coach is gonna stay their coach. I don't know what Kyler Murray is gonna do or how they're gonna handle his contract, but hey, they're 3-10 right now. They're 3-10. They haven't had their bye, which I thought we were done with byes, but no. 2 teams have a week 14 bye. It's the Commanders and the Cardinals. Because I was looking at their record, I was like, how the hell are they 3-10? I was like, they haven't. I was like, oh shit, they haven't had their bye yet. So literally, yeah. So they have a bye week. So hopefully they can go into the final stretch and realize, do we want to tank? Do we want to upset people? They're out of it because they're 3-10. But yeah, go Cardinals. Word. Fuck Pittsburgh. All right, now one of the games of the day, Broncos. Russ burnt the kitchen as Texans win 22-17. This game is a lot of takeaways to it. First, Tank Dell. Prayers for you, my brother. Fractured fibula, tibula, all that stuff on his leg on a run blocking play. Like, that's the type of, it's like, bro, it's like, yeah, it's like they scored a touchdown, but at what cost? You know, they lost a promising young star for the rest of the season. Hopefully he gets healthy. Hopefully he bounces back from his injury. But on the Broncos side, man, I've been talking about it. Frauds. Yeah, they won 5 straight. Cool. But here's the thing. At some point, you getting turnovers as a defense, as an opportunistic defense, it will stop eventually. Case in point, they didn't get any turnovers against the Texans. Will Anderson, shout out to him, partially blocked punt, 2 sacks, like 4 tackles for losses. He was all over the field in terms of the backfield. All the young stars on the Texans that they've been accumulating picks for, and shout out to Jimmy Ward, a former Niner. Like, D'Amico Ryans has his imprint on the defense for sure, but they're all making plays, right? They might miss the playoffs. They might make the playoffs, but they have some. This is something that, like, they are stepping towards something elite right now, especially on defense. On offense, they still need to get a running game. They need to be able to run the ball and bleed the clock, because as much as I love Devin Singletary, there's no reason why he should be your number 1 back.
You know the crazy thing about that, and I'll just say this one thing: they commit, they do commit, they just can't produce.
Yeah, they run the ball, they definitely try.
But if they get one guy like a, I ain't gonna, they probably wouldn't do it. Like Derrick Henry, go to the, bro, that would just, that would be elite. That would be,
But in the last, again, I'm kind of talking on all sides here, and then you'll fill in the gaps. Mr. Limited, you know, not Mr. Unlimited, Mr. Limited, throw 3 picks. You know, he did a great job for the last 5 games, is not turning the ball over. But what are my commandments? What are my commandments, son? What are my commandments? I don't have them on me right now. I'll pull them up for the next game for sure. But man, it's like, they throw 3 picks, especially the game-clinching interception in the end zone. You can't do that, Russ. You can't. But you won 5 straight. You started off bad. Defense only gave up 22 points. So I'm not even – the defense held it down. The offense, you can't score 17. You can't have 3 picks. And go Texans. Word.
Play stupid games, get super prizes, right?
Exactly.
Russ kept trying, bro. He kept trying. He was like, he was hearing the chatter. He was like, yo, we're on a 5-game winning streak. I'm the reason why. Pride comes before the fall, man. Like, when you start being prideful and not being humble and, like, not, because you notice, like, every time he tried to do some shit that wasn't in the playbook, it wasn't in the design, and Sean Payton's like, yo, like, my man, what are you doing? He wants to reclaim that magic that let Russ cook. What's wrong with winning and throwing for $180 and 2 touchdowns? What's wrong with that? He prior to this, he led the league in TD to interception ratio, 20-4. But like, that's not good enough for you. Your defense playing lights out, only allowing 22. You have a chance to win the game despite the 2 earlier picks you threw, but yet you tried just to do some shit, just to do it.
Oh, cool. Brother man. What the dudes?
My guys, what's good, gang?
Oh, cool.
Welcome back. All right. But this dude, Russ, just not good. He's not good. And people thought, the Broncos can make a run. No, they cannot. No, they cannot. They cannot. Nick Wright he's vindicated on this one because I mean him on lockstep. We here. It's not happening. If it does happen, I don't know what I'll do, but I ain't doing nothing crazy because fuck that. But
Word.
shout out to Texas, bro. I lost my matchup because of Nico Collins, my dude. Nico Collins had 9 catches for $190 and a touchdown. If he has 5 catches for $1 something, for $120, with the I lose my 5 points. So even like with the touchdown or not, bro, I still win. Even he had McCaffrey, he had fucking who else he had? He had Jalen Hurts, well, whatever. But I lost because of Nico Collins. So shout out to Nico Collins, man. I need to win this week, and I need one guy to lose so I can make it to the playoffs. We'll see. But whatever. I'll say this one thing, well, a couple things before you go off on your team, my brother. When it was 21-0, I texted Natural. I was like, it ain't over yet. It ain't over. And then they scored, and I was like, yeah, let's go. And then I see red zone. I'm like, all right, let's go again. And then again. I was like, all right, it's time. Oh shit. And then I jinxed it a little bit. I was like, come on, Saints, make this comeback. And as soon as I text the chat, make this comeback, he throws a pick. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, God damn it. I was too early. I rushed in, you know what I'm saying? I came too quick, as a euphemism, man. Think about it. Like, but you had a chance. Derek Carr got hurt. Then the Jameis Winston experience did not hold it down. And then you needed a stop. Your defense cannot provide the stop. Like that second half, like you guys were dominating on both ends. And when you needed one more stop, that's when we thought it was one more chance for you guys to win. They got the clutch first down and they sold the game. They sold the game. So I was like, damn. There's a lot to take away, but not really my place to talk. So Natty Baps, go off, my brother.
I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say. So if I read something off of this paper or whatever, don't be like, oh my God, whatever. Firstly, gotta give kudos to the Lions. They came down to New Orleans. I ain't gonna do the whole euphemism thing because that's not what they did. They came to New Orleans and they beat the Saints. 33-28. I have the Saints commandments pulled up, but I don't really need to talk about them. The one main commandment is what happened. So let's recap this game. This is the most I'm going to talk about the Saints, and bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Shabazz is right. It was 21-0 in the first 7 minutes of the game. So, sorry, y'all. So, let's get into it. Detroit gets the ball first. Drive down the field, score a touchdown. The very first play of the Saints game, Saints offensive drive, dropped by Juwan Johnson leads to a pick. Then they go score a touchdown. Then a 3-and-out by the offense, another touchdown for Detroit. So within the span of an 7 to 8 minute span, we're down 21-0. But Kamara, Olave, Taysom Hill, they say we ain't going out like that. And the deafening part is this. When Taysom Hill came into the game and he did his little gadget shit and ran the ball for 7 yards or 8 yards or 10 yards or whatever, the crowd is cheering. Oh my God, let's fucking go. Let's go. Let's go. As soon as Derek Carr stepped onto the field, boos. Like deafening boos. Boos to the point where, like, it was 2019 NFC title game boos with the no call. Saints fans, as most fans are, diehard fans, if you give New Orleans something to cheer for, they will be on your side no matter what you do. You are a legend in this franchise. If you put the work in, Kamara can do no wrong. Even with the Pro Bowl incident when he beat up a guy. Oh, Saints fans love him because he puts his body on the line every single week, and you can tell he cares about the Saints, and vice versa. You put in, you get out what you put in. And Derek Carr for the last few weeks has been shown to be kind of a con artist. His post-game pressers, his demeanor when people ask him questions about the struggling red zone. It's like, whoa, you don't really love this game. And you're an ass. So you're bad. You're throwing picks, not your fault. You have no real, you're missing wide open guys. You're trying to kill guys with hospital balls. Chris Olave played, and the guy who's our next receiver was A.T. Perry, a rookie. So there's a lot that I can say. There's a lot that I can talk about. But the comeback, as Shabazz says, text me. It's not over yet. Second quarter, we go score. We gotta stop. We score again. So it's 21-14 after halftime. We score halftime. We score a touchdown. Then we get a stop on defense. Then we score again. I was like, oh shit. Then they kick a field goal, but it is. Wait for it. What's the score? It was because it was after the third quarter. 26. It was 27-21. It was 27-21. We score a touchdown. Yo, we don't fuck with Carr. We don't fuck with Carr. Deafening boos, bro. Deafening boos. They don't fuck with Carr. But it's 27-21 to start the fourth quarter. What happens? He doesn't throw a pick. So Shabazz, you're wrong on that. It was misinformation. He gets a snap. He's dropping back. I've never seen this play ever happen before. He drops back. The guard hits the ball out of Derek Carr's hands. And he doesn't know that he fumbled. And then the Lions pounce on it. And then they score a touchdown with Jameson Williams end the round, and he's like fast as shit, and then ends up scoring. Then Saints score a touchdown. Not by Derek Carr, but Jameis Winston. Oh, how the hell is Jameis in the game? Derek Carr gets sacked by Bruce Irvin. And now he got the trifecta of injuries. Back, shoulder, and concussion protocol. All on one play. He's already had a concussion earlier in the season. He's already been dealing with the shoulder injury since the Green Bay game. So this back injury is a new thing. He got sacked like hard. He was on the ground writhing in pain. So Saints score a touchdown. And as Shabazz says, oh, cool. We need to get a stop. One stop. And I'm like, don't give me hope. Don't give me hope. We get the stop. Then we're moving down the ball, and it's fourth and 4, incomplete. It's like 4 minutes left. We have 2 timeouts. Still, gotta get a stop. And Jared Goff, gotta give him credit. They went ballsy. They went for it on 4th down, got it, and then they went for it on 3rd down. 3rd down and 7. They got the 1st down and ended the game. So I say all that to say a few things. One, there's a stat on a broadcast. The Saints offense is 3rd in the league in yards, but 28th in the red zone. What does that mean? We move the ball at will. We move up and down the field. We don't punch it in the red zone. The game, we were 4-4 in the red zone. All of our touchdowns came when we were in the red zone. So we actually started scoring touchdowns, not field goals. Great. Penalties. We only had 6 of them. So did Detroit. So we didn't really penalize and shoot ourselves in the foot like that. It's turnovers. It's a 3-pronged commandment approach. You can't do 2 things and not the other. You had 2 turnovers, a bad interception to start the game, and a bad fumble to start the fourth quarter. If you don't have those things, who knows what this game is? But if it's a fish, we'd all be drunk, or if it was a spliff, we'd all be smacked. A couple more things to talk about really quickly. For the Saints, 4 of their 5 wins have come against last place teams. The combined record of the teams have beaten 18-42. In games versus teams with winning records. You can come back for this shebang, by the way. In games where we had versus a team with a winning record. Jags, Vikings, Lions. The Saints have not led for a single minute. And last, well, surely, so who are the 5 wins? The Panthers, the Patriots, the Bears, the Titans. Those are 4 of the 5 wins, and they each have a top 10 pick. It's a bad day to be a Saints fan. It's a bad, and I don't even have to say it anymore because Saints fans are already taking it over for it. They have shirts made for saying fire Dennis Allen, bro. There's a reason why it's a close game. Because the players play, they want to win. They don't care about whatever. They want to win. And they're like, oh, we're still in the division race. We're third. We're third. In the NFC South, we're third. We're third place. Tomorrow, I'm going to be optimistic and talk about what I'm looking forward to. But for now, Dennis Allen got to lock the fuck out of his office and get the fuck out. Derek Carr, you hurt, my brother. Stay hurt.
You're not helping nobody by playing.
You are not. Say that again. Say that shit again.
You're not helping nobody while playing injured.
You ain't helping nobody.
Look at Baker, right? The reason why people don't like Baker, I never liked him because he was just brash and obnoxious, and I just can't. I don't like that. But people were against him because he played hurt, and he was ass. But he could have just like, I'm hurt, I can't go. They were like, all right, cool. Like, you could have released some like baby face qualities because you was hurt. Maybe you would still be on the Browns right now. But who knows? But like, bro, Derek Carr, you coming back, you're a warrior. I appreciate that. I'm pretty sure Nacho loves that. Fighting for his team. But if you can't produce, maybe we need that J-Mo Winston, man. Jameis Winston experience, which literally epitomized itself because it was almost picked, got tipped, and it was almost to the touchdown. That is crazy.
And so Jameis will get a full week of practice, and he'll be prepared. And the last 3 times he's come into the game, he came in cold, like had nothing, like what was going on. He had literally nothing was like there. So it's like, oh, Jameis played bad. He missed. Yeah, he did miss some guys. He did, but I think that he's a healthy Jameis is better than hurt Carr.
I agree with that. You guys play Carolina at home.
So let me talk to LA Knights. We're 5-7. Panthers, Giants.
Win.
7-7 after our birthday.
A little birthday gift, 26.
Little birthday gift, a 2-win. We're on a 3-game losing streak, my brother.
Damn
indeed. So it's unfortunate. It's sad. I'm in pain as a Saints fan. I got over the loss pretty quickly because I was like, well, GG's. It is what it is. So, but we go Panthers, Giants, all NFC opponents. Panthers, Giants, Rams in the playoff picture, Bucks, New Year's Eve, and then Falcons to close the season.
I don't know. Run the table. That's it.
Run the table. We'll be 10-7. I'll win a bet. Firstly, to have I said we be over 9.5 wins. If we run the table, that means we win the division because we would have beaten the Bucks and we would have beaten the Falcons. We need a little help on that. And hell, 10-7 might even be a wild card team. So who knows? But just take care of business. Oh, and if you lose to the Panthers,
Cook.
fire him that day. We play the Rams this 2 weeks on a short Thursday. It's crazy. But I'm done. I'm done. Colts, they win a shockingly exciting game. Shockingly is the understatement. The score was 31-28, but how they got to 31 was like, huh? They had 2 block punts. They had a missed 2-point extra pick 2 for the Titans to get to 20. It was insane. They won in overtime. It was a good game. Derrick Henry showed out. The Colts showed like it was a heavyweight matchup. Unfortunately, the Titans lost. I will say Gardner Minshew had a bad pick, but other than that, he was balling. He was balling. And the Colts 7-5. They in the wild card right now.
The 7th, yeah.
In the 7th seed because they beat the Texans earlier in the season. So it's going the AFC wild card race and the race for the number 1 seed is going to be very, very, very interesting to finish off the season. But I got no real thing. Titans tried their best. You try your best, but you don't succeed. Yeah, that's really it. Titans, they probably in not tank mode because they're too prideful for that. But you're 4-8. You're like 3 games out of the wild card. You need a lot of stuff to happen. You can still make the playoffs.
And it ain't over yet, man.
You know, a lot of shit to happen. So good job for the Colts, man. Good job, Renji. Take care of business. Word.
It was weird because when you see 31-28, you're like, oh, what the fuck happened? But like, it's not like it was anything crazy. Like, so you got 2 block punts, a big pick 2. Overtime happened. If this game had ended in a tie, I'm not gonna lie, I might have preferred that. No one win this game, but someone had to win. And if you're the Colts, you have the perfect recipe to run the table. Because I don't think their schedule is that difficult, but it's more like, in terms of like offensively, you run the ball with Zach Moss, which they didn't do a lot of. Even without Jeffrey Simmons, like the Titans' rush defense is still one of the best. So then you're like, okay, Michael Pittman has like I think 3 straight games or 4 straight games with 8 or more receptions. Like he's cooking. Like they got players. They're not A plus, but they're solid B, C plus to B plus players all around. And it's a shame that they don't got Anthony Richardson, but a team. Gardner Minshew's making some money though. A team going to hit him up like, yo, my mans, what's up? We need you. And he's a leader. He made the mistake, but they rallying, man. Shea Steichen is a hell of a coach, man. He's making it happen. He's making it happen with peanuts and coal. Like, he's making it happen. But, I mean, speaking of teams that are making it happen, Atlanta did just enough. Did just enough. And I'm like, I wanted the Jets to win just because, like I'm not. This is more of a just trash because last time I did that, my man's Boosie lashed out on me. I'm sorry. And he was like it was Black Friday and they was getting spanked by the Dolphins. And I was like, yo, the Jets really ass. And then he was like, oh, the Ravens are one Lamar injury away from being the same. I'm like, oh, shit. But on a serious note, on a serious tip, I feel like just defense, bro. I know they're annoyed. They gotta be annoyed. Yeah, we got a safety, allowed 13, and y'all only scored 2 field goals. Like, what the fuck? Like, in Falcons, like they pretty much they were opportunities to like they gave the game away. They absolutely did. And the Jets could not capitalize. And now, a lot of turmoil. Aaron Rodgers saying I might not play. We knew if he actually had torn his Achilles, he's not playing this season. but if he does, it'll be a miracle. He just loves the attention. I get it. Zach Wilson not trying to play at all. I'm like, my brother, you supposed to be doing something to save your career, but he don't want to do that. Justice in shambles. Atlanta caught a win. They're 6-6. Congratulations. But I don't know who they got going up. They played the Saints again last week of the season, but before that, I don't know. And
they play next week. They play the Bucks next week.
That's terrible. But I'd much rather Atlanta win. But
nah, fuck them.
I know, but I'm not rooting for Baker. I'm sorry, I can't. I normally would root for your agenda, but I can't go for Baker. So
you don't love me. That's what I heard.
I don't. I guess are you hearing that? I guess I don't, because I'm not rooting for Baker. I'm sorry. I can't do it to you, brother. Can't do it for you. Sorry. But still fuck Atlanta though. But I can't. It's also fuck Baker.
I got nothing to say about that. That game sucked. I got nothing to say about this game. Tyreek Hill, bro. Again, I wish he can win MVP. He ain't going to. But I think he's 16-1. He's plus 1,600 to win MVP right now.
If he gets 2K and Miami ends up being the 1 seed,
that might be how he can get it.
That will be how he could get the MVP. If other than that,
yeah,
because it won't be Tua. It will not. Tyreek go for 2K, which he's pretty much damn like. He needs another 600 or 5 something. So he can fuck around and get another 150. Like he be averaging $1 something for the next couple games. And it would be even more impressive if he does it in 16 games.
Yeah.
If he could do it in 16, because obviously every record from here to the rest of the world, it kind of won't be anything because it's 17 games. And it might eventually be 18 and 20, whatever. If we could do this in 16, like Calvin Johnson did it in 16, hey, that'd be crazy, my brother. That'd be crazy. I'm so mad because I had high hopes for this game. The over smashed easily. I was like, oh yeah, it's lit, it's up. But I was like, bro, I had Commanders with a 14-point teaser for them not to lose from 9 to 23. They lost by 30 because Devon A-Chain went a bum ass running into the end zone. I'm like, my dude, what are you doing, son? Ruining the play, man. But yeah, and so teasers is a hit or miss because it always will end up being one league, man.
There's always one. That's really it. I got nothing to say. This game was a blowout. The next game, Bucks slowly take care of business against that's exactly what happened. Now, I will say this. I gotta say it. As much as I don't like this guy,
Mike Evans, shout out to Mike Evans.
Shout out to Mike Evans. It's not again. I don't wish for torment and hurt and stuff. If you do something well, I gotta praise you. 10 straight years of 1,000-yard seasons. Only Jerry Rice has more, 14. That's impressive as shit. It doesn't. 14 doesn't have to be straight, but the fact that he has 10,000-yard seasons is impressive as hell. First, that just means Jerry Rice is the GOAT. That's just like when you see all the stats that Jerry Rice has, and people get, it hasn't been done since this guy. When you do something like that, I gotta give kudos to you. Panthers are 1-10, no 1-11 now. They're literally the first team to get them out of there. The Bucks are second in the division, and if they beat the Falcons, they'll be first. Again,
shit crazy, man.
Shit's crazy, but yeah, that's God. I gotta root for the Bucks.
You know what blows for this game? The Panthers low-key had a chance to win.
Yeah, the whole time. Yeah, the game sucked.
I was like, new coach energy. And they scored 18. I was like, I bet. It's all right. And when it mattered most, Bryce just threw another bad pick. More of a good play by the defender, but that still was a bad, ugly play. And then You couldn't get a stop. Brian Burns was cooking. He couldn't get a stop. I'm like, damn. But shout out to the Bucks, I guess. Did well. They're gonna lose.
Guess what you mean? You guess?
I guess it don't matter, bro. None of these teams, except for the Saints, can go on the road and win a playoff game. And even the Saints, I'm looking like I don't know. I'm a little reluctant to say that confidently, but if y'all clicking like your best versus a lot of other people's best, matchups make fights. If you see Detroit again, fully healthy, fully stacked teams, you guys have a chance. San Fran, Dallas, and Philly, probably not. But everyone else on that from 4 to freaking 7, yeah, top 5 team in the NFC. But y'all just not getting right. Everyone else, Atlanta would get smoked. Bucks, smoke. Panthers, they're not even gonna be in it. They're out. So it's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. It's tough luck. Now, shout out to Shebang. We made a bet off the air for 10 cash. We did it on Saturday night. Shout out to him. He was like, "Oh, Niners going." I'm like, "Put your money up. Put money up." He was like, "Word." So I had to pay him. I had to sell him 10 of them things. Debo. Whoa. Debo. So Niners won. They destroyed, beat down. I dislike the discourse around Brock Purdy because there's two sides of he's a good quarterback. Cool. I got nothing to say against him. I ain't saying he's ass. I ain't saying he's trash. No, he's a good quarterback. Mm-hmm. Probably top 10 at this moment in time. Will I take other guys ahead of him if I have to start brand new? Absolutely. But encompassing the situations, hey, he's playing like a top 10, top 5 quarterback right now. However, I saw this shit where he had 300 yards passing, 4 touchdowns. Great. Think about it. A 3-yard screen turns to a 50-yard touchdown yards after the catch. So he can throw the ball down the field great. And yeah, he can get players open. But a stat, oh my God, when I say the stat, you're gonna be like, what the actual fuck? When the core of Debo, McCaffrey, since McCaffrey's been on the Niners, Debo, McCaffrey, Ayuk, Kittle, and Brock Purdy. So those 5. Anyone? Huh?
Trey Williams too, no?
I mean, it's all in the same. Mm-hmm. Then they have the full complement of people. No one's hurt, no anything. They're 21-0.
That's crazy.
21-0 when all of them play. Ain't that some? I heard it and I was like, no, that can't be. But since McCaffrey's been on the Niners and everyone's been there, 21-0. That's the shit I be talking about, bro. 21-0. Oh yeah, Elku, you're a freaking Eagles fan, so sorry for your loss. Losing Goddard hurt. No, what hurt is that we've been saying this for. Hold on, play the clip. Hold on.
Vindication.
I've been saying for weeks. We've been saying for weeks. Your pass defense, ass. Ass. You guys stop the run. Jalen Carter, dog. Fletcher Cox, rather, dog. You have a great run stopping defensive line. And Hassan Reddick gets after the passer better than one of the best pass rushers. But your pass defense is Basuda. I had to sign Shaq Barrett because your linebackers suck.
Leonard.
Oh, I said Shaq Barrett. I apologize for my uppers. You had to sign Shaquille Leonard. Darius Leonard. No, it's Darius Shaquille Leonard. The whole name. You had to sign him because your defense needed help. So, yes, Goddard hurts the offense. Cool. But, man, your defense, and I gotta pull up the commandments. Hold on, I gotta pull up the commandments because I actually have them. So it's for Saints football, but it's for everybody. It's universal. Touchdowns, not field goals.
Mm.
You go down the field twice on the Niners, twice. You settle for 3 both times.
Talk about it.
If you score touchdowns on one of those drives where it's 10-0, or even if it's both of those drives, it's 14-0, the entire thing changes.
It does.
Your entire game plan changes. So they can't run the ball with McCaffrey. They can't pound the rock with Deebo Samuel. But instead, what you do is you allow the Niners force you to kick field goals. And after that, it was wraps. You was winning the first quarter, cool. And then after that,
it was like, all right, let me get up. And then 6 straight touchdowns. You don't even do that shit in Madden, bro. 6 straight touchdowns. 42. Just like whoop, 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 whoop. Now, I thought it was gonna be like opposite. I thought like 49 was gonna score off rip like twice or whatever. They slowed up a little bit, but then they got comfortable. Deebo bought that black Air Force energy, and then they walked into your crib, ate your stale ass frosted flakes with the almond milk, because you gotta do the almond milk, and they're just chilling. But you're absolutely right. The reason why the 49ers won this game is because, which I've been also saying, you can't keep starting slow. Cannot keep starting slow and expect the freaking team to be like, oh, but we won. It doesn't matter. It matters. You can't expect I said it last week. Like the football gods not gonna be there all the time. The ball isn't gonna roll in your favor with a team like the 49ers who rarely turn the ball over. They didn't. Then you can't stop the run. And you're not running yourself. And when you're behind by 3 scores, you're not running the rock. You're trying to pass the rock. Which is why, Jalen Hurts threw for damn near like 2-something. No, he didn't. That's empty calories. No, it doesn't matter. Because when it mattered most, now just combined with my vindication and your vindication. Can't start slow. Defense is ass. Most specifically on the back end. Combine that together, you get roasted. And now that's the formula to beat you guys. You guys are fortunate to be 10-2. Because that 10-2 can easily be 8-4. Could have easily lost to KC. You could have easily lost to Buffalo. But, you know what I'm saying? You could have easily lost to Washington both times. So, your team is not as good as it is last year. It's still a pretty good team. But, guess who's creeping up on you guys now? Dallas. And it's just...
And then Niners now hold a tiebreaker, so y'all end up in the same record.
You gotta go to. You don't have to comfortable. Oh, we in the link. You in the link? Nah, y'all end up being the same record. You was about to say you gotta go to San Fran. Them fans is ruckus. Like we gonna have a taste of that on Christmas Day because Ravens gotta go to San Fran for Christmas Day. And that shit crazy. Like, bro, you had they say, oh, we're not playing our best football, but we're winning. You're not. It's week 13. Why are you not playing your best football? That's a red flag.
Yeah.
And people's like, oh, well, like, no one asked me this, but like, when we talk about who I got in the Super Bowl, I got Ravens Niners. Why? Because you can't be saying, oh, we're playing our best ball now. I mean, you're not playing our best ball right now. But we're still winning. Hey, the football gods is blessing y'all, but eventually you gotta tighten up. The shit ain't working. Shit that ain't work in week 6 is not gonna work in week 13, 14, 15. When it's the hard part of your schedule. So you're fortunate to be 10-2. You're probably gonna make the playoffs. You got the Giants twice. You might win both of those or one of those at least. But to take you seriously, I need to go to Dallas and do to them what 49ers did to y'all. Which go to their crib, eat their frosted flakes, and then Swift getting leveled, that can't happen. That means you got bodied. Like that
At
was
the
a
end of the game, at the egg, that's exclamation point. Boom.
damn. Like you got soft, you got manhandled. So you take that energy and give it to Dallas.
Word. Last thing on this game, Niners with 72% on third down, bro. 72%, bro. That's the type of shit you score 6 straight touchdowns, bro. 72%, bro. That's a C plus, just strictly over like grades, bro. That's not a C plus, more of a C. But how the hell you allow 72% on third down? You gotta get off the field, brother. Speaking of getting off the field, terrible segue. Rams beat the elite Joe Flacco and the Browns 36-19. A lot of people discourse have been saying, yo, the Jets had Joe Flacco, what would be happening right now with that offense? Who knows what would be happening? But, man, shout out to Puka Nacua, man. When you are in a conversation that something hasn't been done, I said it with Jerry Rice, with Mike Evans, Randy Moss, and Brandon Marshall as rookies. This is like the first time we've had 3 games of 150 yards as a rookie. That's that's impressive as shit. Like, you've got to tip your cap. And I like the Rams they win in different ways. Last week, they pounded the rock. This week, surprisingly, held up well against Myles Garrett and was able to pass the ball on a suspect pass defense of the Browns. Browns defense starting to fall off a little bit. It's back-to-back weeks where the offense can do anything and they're on the field for so long. Nick Chubb's injury proves to be, again, I hate to say it, but man, as much as I love Cleveland, as much as they can probably win a playoff game, just an ugly playoff game. Yeah, but if you have no run game with Kareem Hunt or Jerome Ford, and you have no passing attack with Amari Cooper, you have no offense. If you have no offense, your defense, as great as it is not college. But Florida State, shout out to them, they have a fantastic defense, probably a top 5 defense in all over the country. But their offense can't score. The defense is like, freaking, we going to win the game ourselves. But in the NFL, it's a balance. You need to have both. You need all 3 phases. And when you have the Joe Flacco led offense starting at like the 2-yard line because of bad punt coverage, you're gonna have a bad time. When you can't guard Puka Nacua, you're gonna have a bad time. And Cooper Kupp hasn't done anything, and it's kind of like ominous because he hasn't done anything. It's like underneath the surface. You know he's capable. You know they can feed and target him like crazy. But, man, Puka, that's a dog right there.
So let's go Rams, man. So if y'all ain't know, on Wednesdays we make a parlay, you know what I'm saying? We had Rams, Texans, Chargers, and then the over in the Miami Commanders game. And it hit. You know what I'm saying? I cashed out prematurely though. I cashed out. I don't even. So for context, you know what I'm saying? When week 8 or whatever, when Buffalo was playing the Patriots, and the Patriots was at the goal line with a chance to win, I had an option to cash out my Buffalo bet, and I was like, nah, they can get a stop. They ain't get a stop, and they lost. So I lost my money. So I'm in the same situation. I'm looking at my phone. I'm looking at this bet. I see cash out for $10. This was a $5 bet I put on. So I cash out for 10 cash. I can double up right now, or I have faith again and be potentially done dirty. And I was like, I can't take that chance. And I cashed out. And they talked about it earlier. They ended up getting the clutch interception into the game. So I was like, fuck, they won. Anyway, damn. And then the shit ended up hitting, and you know what I'm saying? But we making good plays. You know what I'm saying? But about this game though, it happened the way I wanted it to because Cleveland lost. So that's all I cared about. As long as Cleveland lost, I didn't care. Now they're getting confident, and now a confident team is a scary team to play. We'll talk about this tomorrow, but the Rams gotta come to Baltimore and play us now. You know what I'm saying? And we off the bye, so we rested, and we don't put the pause on them.
Hey, the last two NFC teams that came to Baltimore,
You know what I'm saying? 1 o'clock.
had to put the beats on them.
Yeah, put the Beats by Dre. You know, it's 1 o'clock too. Like the West Coast coming in 1 o'clock in the cold. Yeah, won with the team. Y'all coming to the crib. You got to. But we'll talk about that tomorrow. But Joe Flacco first drive, I was like, oh shit, Joe. But then after that, it was like, all right, like you figured you out. Like it's up. Like there's a reason why you was off the couch. Like you was off the couch university. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
ATU. No, TCU. The couch university. The Horned Frogs.
Green Bay didn't love Mahomes as Packers beat Chiefs 27-19. Shout out to Shabazz, man. He called a lot of upsets this week purely for chaos purposes because it's every team against his. But
I was pulling this out my eyes. My eyes. But I was like, can they do it? And yes, they can. The reason why, boy, Jordan Love cooked. He cooked that team. The vaunted, we lead the league in points allowed. Nah, that did not matter. Methodically, drive after drive after drive was just carving them up. With the run game, with the pass game, the crossing routes, the slants, a little bit of deep shots, and they made it work. They capitalized in the red zone with field goals with touchdowns and not field goals, which put pressure on Kansas City. Mahomes didn't play. He did not play a good game, and then this dude Chris Collinsworth continues to glaze him, which pisses me off so much. It pisses me off so much. We all know the greatness of Mahomes, and I have a note. Chiefs are taking him for granted. I'm not gonna lie. They could have had D-Hop. They could have traded for somebody at the deadline. But no, they had their pride as like, oh no, we're gonna win with the guys we have in his locker room. And because of that, it's a lot of uncertainty there. You know, maybe Rashid Rice turns into something. But you could have had a veteran in that locker room who was established and Mahomes could have easily get that connection with. Because Kelsey's struggling to do it by himself. You know, it's like, yo, give it to Kelsey. All right, go eat. Go ahead, King. But then everyone else, nah, you ain't getting nothing. You have nobody to create separation. You have no one could be man coverage. So all you gotta do is put man on people and have Kelsey eat. All right, cool. And then Isaiah Pacheco gets ejected. It's like, all right, you can't run the ball anymore anyway. And then the refs want to put their imprint on the game. I was like, all right, here we go. First of all, that was a clean hit. His foot did not touch the white. There was no white there. So it was inbounds. He got clocked. He fucked around and found out. He plays stupid games, you get super prizes. He tried to sneak in the extra yard. Nah. Him. Like, it's over. Then PI call, which low-key should have been called. But the refs had messed up the previous call. They didn't want to violate. So I get it. But it's like, yo, if they had called that one, then they would have called this one. And maybe. But the Chiefs, they're saying the Chiefs got robbed. No, the Packers played a hell of a game. That's the point. This is not to discredit the Chiefs. They're still a contender. We're still a contender. But this is to highlight the Packers because they beat the Lions at Detroit and they shocked the world twice in 2 weeks. By playing some good defense, opportunistic defense, putting pressure on the quarterback, and playing good offensively. and they're young. They're young and they're growing together. That's beautiful about it. That's why because you got veteran teams uh like San Fran and Philly, but you also got the young Bucks like the Texans and the fucking Packers, who on any given Sunday can shock the world. So that's why NFL is king. That is why NFL is king. So shout out to the Packers, man. And with that loss, Ravens are the 2 seed, which you have a chance to get the 1 seed. So let's go Packers, man. Go Pack, go.
I got nothing out of that. I was just in this before Pacheco got ejected. He was running like a man possessed. He's one of my favorite. He's one of my favorite running backs in the game right now. Sure, I have him in fantasy, so shout out to him as well. But like, man, he's a dog. He runs angry as hell every single time, and I'm thoroughly impressed every time I see him run. Hope he's okay. He lost his cool and I punched the guy, which my bro, like chill out. But man, I don't think it would have mattered. Everything you said was valid. Everything you said was known. I don't gotta say it again. So we move on to Monday Night Football, where people lost their survivors, man. Jaguars were supposed to beat the Bengals. Bengals without Joe Burrow is ass. They were ass against the Steelers. But this is why one opponent, if you do something 1 week, it changes the next week, right? It's a week-to-week league. It's fluid. It's fluid. Shout out to Stephen A for that. But last week, Jake Browning was ass against the Steelers defense. And you're like, oh, okay, Jaguars, you have a good defense on paper. You should be able to stop the run. Don't let Jake Browning beat you. What happens? Let me pull up his stats because I do not want to be disrespectful. He had the game of his life. Hell, this is probably the best game of his college since college when he was in Washington. 32 for 37, which is 86%, by the way. 354 yards, a touchdown, a rushing touchdown as well. And your team upsets at that point the number 1 seed in the AFC. Because why? Who? Oh, I think I gotta play the clip. I think I gotta play the clip because who's the receiver who went crazy right now? Who's the not two and top two and not what? Who is it? Who is it?
Vindication.
Jamar goddamn Chase. Give the ball to Jamar Chase and let him cook. You, Shebang, said that on Wednesday when you picked the Bengals to win. Give the ball to Jamar Chase and let him cook. Jamar Chase is the best receiver in the freaking game because of situations like this. Your team, 10-point dogs on the road. You haven't won a road primetime game since 1990. You don't cover the spread at home on the road. You're 10-point dogs against a team that has number 1 seed aspirations. What do you do as a receiver? 11 catches, 149 yards, and a tutty. He had 1 drop. 1. To ice the game, who do you go to?
T. Higgins.
T. Higgins. Yeah, they went to T. Higgins. But how did he get there? Jamar Chase. Did his thing, man. I know you hate Joe Mixon as well, but man.
Hey, man, I give credit where it's due. He played out
over 100 yards from scrimmage. So he did his thing. You gotta give credit where credit's due. Jaguars, again, the talking points after the game. Trevor Lawrence's injury, high ankle sprain. Luckily, the way he reacted was like done.
Cooked.
But just a high ankle sprain. And Doug Peterson, we're not gonna give a timetable, bro. He's not playing.
That's a month, bro.
But
that's a month.
That's a month, and it's unfortunate because you're in the middle of the playoff race of your own division and the number 1 seed. You can fuck around. You're not gonna miss the playoffs because again, you stacked up a lot of. You stacked up a lot of wins, but they play the Panthers, bro. At some point, you know,
bro. The next 4. Let's say he's out 4-4. It's Browns this week because he's definitely. Why would you play that? Hell no. Then Baltimore, then the Bucks, which you can win that, and then the Panthers. So they can go 2-2. That's 10-5. No, 11. Sorry, 9-3. Right? No, they're 8-4. So that's 10-6. Yeah, 10-6 with a game against the Titans. His first game back. Like to win the division, maybe. It's tough. It's tough. It's tough. I got them losing the next two. You know I don't. I hope they beat the Browns, but I doubt it. That defense is delicious with CJ Beathard. We're talking about that tomorrow. But I got them losing the next two, and then winning the two after that. So 2-2 for the next four, man. It's tough. It's tough city, man. It's tough city.
It is a tough ceiling. It's a tough ceiling. So again, they should have won the game. They didn't, and now Ravens control their own destiny. Miami controls their own destiny. Like, and the Bengals all of a sudden they're 6-6.
Third, they were like, "Oh, we done. We cooked." I'm like, hey, never know.
You never know.
Teams might fuck around and fall off, man. Teams might fuck around and fall off, man.
They got the Colts this week. So another team, playoff positioning. Like the Bengals don't have an easy schedule. Like I think all of their opponents are teams that are in the playoff picture. So they're gonna need Jake Browning to not turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, they got Colts, they got the Vikings, they got the Steelers, the Chiefs, and the Browns. The next five, all of them playoff positioning, all of them trying to figure out who they want to be in the postseason if they can get there. So they need this Jake Browning to show up again and again. They can't have week 12 against the Steelers, Jake Browning. He'll look lost, didn't know what to do, and look scared. They need a confident Jake Browning and Jamar Chase combination in order to make the playoffs. I don't think they will go 5-0 or technically 6-0, but crazier things have happened. So, before that said, that's it. Unless you have anything else to add.
Let's go Ravens, man. Perfect bye week. You know what I'm saying? Perfect bye week. Shout out to the Pacers. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the Pacers. Tyrese Halliburton.
Dog. And it's, tonight, you know what I'm saying? If y'all aspirationists, out there, we need AD for 10 rebounds, KD for 25, and D-Book for only 23, man. That's it, man. I ain't gonna say the dollar amount, but we double up, you know what I'm saying? A little double up action, a little double up action. So you're welcome to be a part of that. The same, I'll say it again. AD for 10 boards, KD for 25 points, and then D-Book for over 22.5. So hey, in season tournament, man, it's a W. It's a W, man. It's a W. But that does it all for week 13 recap. Come back tomorrow at 8:30. Be there. You don't really have a choice. You really don't have a choice. Shout out to my boy El Cool, you know what I'm saying? I caught up to One Piece. I freaking cried a little bit. A little thug tear came on my eye, you know what I'm saying? And the Wano. But for me, drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. Tell a friend to tell a friend. See you guys tomorrow. Live your life in search of. If I can find a clip. Dun, 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 dun. We'll see you guys tomorrow.
Vindication.